Hello everybody and welcome back to RogueTech, where we are currently ready to deploy. So let's go ahead and do that. I would like something that gives us more rolls on heavies, ideally. This one might not be a terrible option. There's a lot of good salvage there, and I think we'll give this a go. This is versus Clan Diamond Shark, and we'll just bump that up to a double priority salvage. Fingers crossed that this will work well, but everybody's good to go. We should be completely fine. We don't have the quick draw ready yet, but other than that, it should be okay. So we have our current drop weight at 400 tons, which is fine. We are going to need to start bumping that up pretty soon. Do we have an upgrade going? An Argo upgrade? I'm actually unsure on that. I should definitely check that after this mission. We'll see. It does bear noting that because of YouTube processing times and, general procrastination, if this goes longer than the normal 25 minutes, I am going to have to cut this one. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. For now, though, we need to rescue the controversial painter and escape. A Lyran philanthropist is a patron of the arts here in Terra. A favored painter has been accused of heresy by the system's religious police. These zealots are propped up by foreign Diamond Shark agents. He'll be extradited to face trial and likely execution in Diamond Shark territory. We can't allow that to happen, but we don't want to incur reprisal from the religious leaders. That's where you come in. Locate the painter, rescue him, and at the personal request of the patron, recover the painting that started this whole mess. Okay. Sounds good. Let's get in there.
Command interface initiated.
Okay, so we do have allies. And do we... That's the target zone there? Where's the secondary zone? There. Okay, we'll just deploy basically here. I don't like that spot. We'll deploy basically here. Something along the lines of this. And we'll just make our way on up. We are expecting at least one blocking force. This must be ally? Presumably. Yeah, that's Steiner, so that would be ally.
Let's do this.
Okay, we are in combat, although I don't know what with. So, I'm just going to reserve.
Waiting for the right move.
I still don't see any enemies.
Tactical advantage.
Okay, there's an adder. Where is that adder? Where indeed? It looked like we had LOS on it. I don't see it. Okay.
What do you need?
We're just going to move up with our Shadowhawk. Try to get a little scouting done.
Confirmed.
There we go. We see a crossbow over here. We're just going to potshot it with the ER mediums. We're probably not going to hit. Indeed not. How heavy is a crossbow? That's reasonable armor. So that's either a larger medium or a smaller heavy, I would say. But there's definitely some reasonable sized mechs over here. There's this guy. We don't know what he is yet. The adder is off over there. That crossbow looks distinctly like a heavy to me. And that Shadowhawk took a bit of a beating there. Okay.
That's all you got?
That's fine. It is completely fine. So the 1G is going to sprint up to this position.
Full speed, no target.
Where we can take a pot shot at the rear arc of this Shadowcat 3. Now, I don't expect this to actually hit, but if it does, this could do a tremendous amount of damage. And yeah, it didn't. We're not shocked by this. Okay, phase 16. They're going to move the Shadowhawk, or Shadowcat 3 rather. Although not after our ally moves its vehicle, and it doesn't really do anything with it at all. Okay, they're continuing to throw missiles at the 2C.
Commander?
That's fine. We're going to move up with our Centurion here. And we're going to take a look at hit odds. They're not great. We're going to fire the LBX AC-10 at the crossbow.
All right.
We actually didn't hit any of those, which makes me a little sad, to be sure. Who else do they move in Phase 16? Okay, that's the Shadowcat 3, so that's okay. The Centurion is going to move up over to here. This is a medium rifle MRM Centurion. And, yeah, we're going to take the pot shot at the crossbow.
I'm on him.
Moderate effectiveness on the AMS. Okay, good to know. So the 4X1 is going to need to attempt to sprint up to somewhere where it will have LOS eventually, but it won't have that just yet. Our Ghost is going to engage over this direction. We can see that they have a Zephyr and an Adder over here. Okay. A little bit of infernal damage there. In Phase 15.
Come on.
So that's somebody that we don't know about.
Warrior.
That's fine.
Yes,
The
Commander.
Blackjack is going to move up to here. This is actually rear arc on this Zephyr. And we're going to give this a go.
Putting one in the back.
An okay hit. Not the best I've ever seen, but not the worst either. The Veagle's going to move up to this position.
Okay.
And we're probably just going to potshot this guy with the ERPPC, right? We could potshot either of them, in all honesty. We'll go for the Adder at slightly higher hit odds. Okay. He's going to move through the fire, take a little bit of burn damage. And then go for the Ghost, but mostly miss. I like it. Okay, our allies are going to move up. They're not going to be very effective behind these buildings. Artillery of some description. Okay. It didn't do much damage there, but I'm not clear on if that's because it was a poor shot. So we're definitely against 2 stars. I think that's clear to say. Okay, the DI moves up, fires on the Royal Zephyr. Doesn't get any damage dealt. The Adder moves up. Doesn't do anything. Okay, so we can see that there's a Crusader back there. That's not a terrible heavy. We can also see a Mackie with a Thumper, a Longbow, and a Chariot, as well as a Phoenix up there. Okay. That explains a lot. So we definitely need to spread out. So we're going to move this Centurion up to here. And we are going to fire on whoever our hit odds are best on. Right now, it looks like that is mostly the crossbow, but also the Shadowcat. Like, either would be okay. I'm going to go for the Shadowcat here since we have side arc. Okay, some damage in there. The Mackie and the Longbow definitely give me pause. There's no doubt about that one. We're going to move up with this Ghost. And we are going to look to engage these two over here with the Ghost. The Royal Zephyr or the Adder. The obvious choice is the Royal Zephyr. I would love to fire Inferno rounds here, and I think that's what we're going to do. Our hit odds aren't the best, but we'll give it a go. Okay, a little bit of damage into there. The Shadowhawk 2C, we are going to move that up over here, I think. Just trying to spread out a little bit for their artillery. I did want to see if that Longbow... Just a pair of LRM-20s. Okay. Good to know. So we're just going to move up here, and we're going to potshot this guy with the ER mediums. I'm not going to bother right now with the rockets. We're definitely punching above our weight if we take this. They definitely have a sizable weight advantage on us. There's no doubt about it. We need to start eliminating some of these ASAP. And definitely stay spread out. Who do they move Phase 18? The Royal Zephyr moving back through the fire. Tagging the Ghost. Okay. That's fine. We have 4 evasive pips. The Ghost is pretty fresh. It should be fine. We're going to move up with this Hunchback, although I am going to sprint it forward. And we are going to position it here.
Copy that.
And 23.8 versus 0.9. We're going to pot shot this adder. I didn't expect to hit, but we had to roll that one, I felt like.
Reporting. Negative damage.
Yeah, we're going to run out of heavy rifle ammo pretty quick, but that's okay. The Phoenix is going to go for the Shadowhawk 2C. It does not hit. That's fantastic. We got to get through this first star as quickly as we possibly can. We're going to move up with our Veagle.
Consider it done.
And the question is, hit odds on that Phoenix are almost certainly awful. Yes. The question is, which of these do we go for? The answer has to be the adder. I should have fired the tag first, in all honesty. Oh well. Phase 16. That is going to be their crossbow. This could hurt. They fired it indirect. That's not too bad. Okay. So, next up, our medium rifle MRM Centurion is going to sprint forward to this position. And we're going to look to engage on this Shadowcat 3 again.
Engage target.
Only 15 damage dealt there. It's not shocking that that was only 15 damage dealt, to be fair. A little bit of damage to that adder from our ally. I do like that. Now, at this point, our Blackjack is going to move up over here. And let's look at these assaults. That Chariot has tandem rockets and a Thunderbolt 15. Okay. If we fire on this, they have AMS. I'm thinking about dropping it on this longbow. In Infernal mode.
Engaging.
Nice. Okay, so next up, our 4X1 is going to position itself somewhere where it has LOS, like this.
Moving fast.
This isn't going to be the best hit odds on that Phoenix, but we'll get some fire down on it. Okay, no damage. That's fine.
Damn it, I missed.
You did indeed. Phase 13, we'll see what our ally does. Moves up, goes for the adder, does 27 damage. Okay, we'll take it. Phase 13, we're going to start seeing those assaults moving. Yep, here comes the longbow. That's really not that threatening.
You need me to hold still for you?
Honestly. I'm not too concerned about the longbow, and considering the fact that the Mackie only has a thumper, that's not that bad either.
That could have been worse.
Okay, so the Mackie will move very soon. The Plainsman closes in, goes for the adder. Only gets 2 damage down. Okay, that was not bad at all. That Thumper is having a hard time dialing in its artillery. Or rather, the Mackie is. So that's a very, very good thing indeed for us. Phase 9. What else do they have to move? Is there Chariot? Okay. Straight up miss. I like it. Phase 7, they have another mover out there. Okay, that's an Orion. I had no idea that that Orion was there. But that's not too bad either. If we can salvage this,
I'm here.
this is going to be some really, really good salvage. We're going to move up with this Centurion, and I don't really care that much for this position, but we'll go for it. In terms of hit odds, they're not going to be fantastic, right? I think we'll just go for the Shadowcat 3 here. This is on its strong side, but we could stray shot. Not its strong side for long, can tell you that. Okay, the Phoenix jumps to another building, goes for the Centurion, misses. So far, so good. Crossbow is going to move up next. This one could hurt. We'll see if it decides to lob them. Actually, it's the adder moving. We'll see if that crossbow decides to lob its LRMs indirect again. It does not. This is going to hurt. Ow. Okay. That's direct fire.
Some serious hits.
However, its AMS was jammed. I didn't realize that. I wish I had realized that. That would be very nice to know. We're going to move up with this Centurion here. And I would love to continue hitting this Shadowcat in its now weakened arc. That was not good rolls. Okay. Unfortunate. We haven't managed to kill anything just yet. The Shadowcat backs off and does not fire.
Yep.
Our Shadowhawk 2C is going to continue to move up over here. And I think that this position is just fine. What are our hit odds here? Pretty low, actually. I think we're going to go for the Crusader. And we're going to light him up as hard as we can. This is a big ol' overheat, actually. We'll avoid firing one ER medium laser. Like that.
I'm taking this shot.
Okay, that's a lot of damage to that Crusader.
Short-range missiles are out.
Excellent.
My heat sinks can't take much more of this.
Yeah, that Crusader took a ton of damage there. We're also closing in over here, but the Adder and the Royal Zephyr are backing off, and I think we're going to swing up north. That's a structure exposure on that Adder. Okay, we'll take the Veagle up to here, where we have rear arc. And we're going to pot shot the Adder, but the odds aren't great.
Firing at enemy 6.
Yeah. About what I expected. In all honesty, they're backing off pretty hard. I mean, they don't want to engage us up close, so fair enough. Not what I would have done with that helicopter, for sure.
Yes, Commander.
Okay, I am going to send our Ghost over this way to try to clear this up, but everyone else is going to start heading up this direction. We need support up that way. And we're just going to pot-shot this with our medium lasers. The Adder's too far away, moving too quickly. Yep, no hits there. Not shocking. Okay, another ally movement. The Joust moves over, goes for that Adder. That is technically a rear attack as well, which is a little surprising to me. But our Hunchback 1G is absolutely going to make its way up over here at this point. This is the furthest that it can go, which is sad. I wish that we could make it one additional hex. We'll see which ally is moving here. It will be this guy, the Plainsman. Going for another rear arc attack on that Adder. Only a couple of hits there.
Receiving
Okay. Our Blackjack is going to move up.
Affirmative.
And I'm thinking we continue lobbing indirect Inferno rounds at that longbow. Yeah, I realize that it's not really doing that much in terms of heat, but I'm trying to cause fires and smoke over there. The Crusader backs off. Kind of. Goes for the Shadowhawk 2C. Does a lot.
Losing lots of armor.
Yeah, that Shadowhawk 2C took a big hit there.
Yeah?
Okay. Our Hunchback definitely needs to move up.
Bugging out.
And we're going to look to go for this Phoenix. Okay. We did get a decent hit there, and we made him unsteady. That's nice. The longbow, what's it going to do here? Did it just not fire? Fascinating. It did. That's nice. I like it. Okay. This is definitely going to be a tough one. There's no doubt about it. That Orion is continuing to close in. Yeah, that's a structure exposure on the Shadowhawk. The Shadowhawk is in dire straits right now, and we can't move it for a good long time. The Chariot is going to move through the fire and continue to go for the Shadowhawk. Ooh, 75 damage. We got to disengage that Shadowhawk. Now the Mackie is going to drop a Thumper on it. That's probably going to be a knockdown. Yup. Which means that the Shadowhawk doesn't get to move next round. It's pretty dead, honestly. All because of that big hit from the Crusader. It unfortunately hit everything. It is, however, pretty wounded, and we can maybe do some blocking That's our best bet right now. Move the Centurion here,
Order acknowledged.
because we don't get to move the Shadowhawk until phase 2 at this point. So we're going to move the Centurion here, and we're going to go for the Crusader.
I'm on it.
That is a torso destruction on the Crusader. We'll take that. We don't move the Hunchback until phase 14. The Joust moves up, goes for the Adder, and gets some good damage in there. In fact, the Adder is dead, and that is a very, very good thing indeed.
Standing by.
At this point, our Ghost is going to sprint up over to here. And we are going to look at ideally destroying the Royal Zephyr. I don't think the odds on this are very good, but we'll give it a go. Yeah.
Watch my heat.
They have 3 phase 18 movers. I think that our Shadowhawk is dead here.
We've lost a unit.
As expected. There was just nothing we could have done about that. They happened to hit just the way they needed to.
Waiting for orders.
And I mean, when we're up against this many mechs that outweigh us, this isn't surprising, right? This is fairly expected. So we're going to go ahead and attack this Crusader. That's some internal damage there, but not nearly what I was hoping for. We're getting bad rolls in addition to being against this many mechs that heavily outweigh us. That said, we still might be reasonably fine. The real question is the Shadowhawk reparable? But this definitely extremely heavily outweighs us. The Phoenix manages to jump and gets a hit in on our Centurion. That's unfortunate. Okay, we're going to move up with our Blackjack.
Position confirmed.
And I think at this point we continue dropping Infernos on this Chariot.
Acknowledged.
If we can get closed in on these guys, have this star eliminated, then we're going to be fine. But that's a big if. We need to get these guys eliminated quickly. Our allies are going to move up a bit. Ooh, that's a solid hit on the Crusader. I like that. A good side arc attack there. That Crusader is very close to dead.
Commander.
So our Veagle is going to need to sprint up this direction. And we're going to toss our ATMs at this Crusader. A few hits there. Not really what we needed, but it'll do for now. We're going to move up with our Hunchy, and we're going to fire on that Phoenix, the only mech we have targeting on, LOS. No hits, and that's sad, but it's not surprising. So our Hunchback is going to move into here. We're moving in for the kill on this Crusader, ideally.
Target confirmed.
That is an ejection. Good. Okay, so one heavy down. Only 1 million to go. We need to start moving up and engaging these guys as soon as we can. It is, however, time to put a cut in here. I have to do it now. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings. And I'll see you all next time when, hopefully, we can finish this one. We'll have to see. Let's let them finish their movements. They have 2 more movers in Phase 10. The Orion moves up. Also fires missiles indirect at the Hunchy. No big deal. The Chariot moves through the fire. Also fires at the Hunchy and misses. Okay. That's fine.
Hell yes. Get
And
on.
now, our ally is going to move. Helicopter moves up. Goes for the crossbow. Triggers the AMS. I like that. And they get to move again. The crossbow moves instantly. Just backs off. Okay, and our ally moves again. One of these times we're going to get to move. There we go. And now that cut goes in, and we'll finish this next time.